Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignedlover.com. Here is my third video in my Petite-Friendly Fall Casual Outfit Ideas series. And today we are using the lovely Salma Hayek as our style inspiration. She happens to be considered a Kibbe theatrical romantic. So if you'd like some general petite styling tips, general theatrical romantic accommodation discussion, as well as some style observations more specific to Salma, I will be covering those in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so outfit formula number 1 has been named in a very general way to highlight the most important accommodations when really honoring this silhouette, including Salma's silhouette. So Salma and many theatrical romantics have very narrow bone structure, narrow shoulders, narrow hips, a very small, compact kind of frame with curves through the chest, the waist, and the hips, and usually the lower body as well. So in order to honor this very delicate set of curves and this small dose of sharpness that they usually have through their jaw, their shoulders, a bit through their face, the three main components are sharp shoulders to really set up the upper body, the waist definition to really set a scale or strong reference point for the rest of their curves, and sweeping pants. So you want this sense of fluidity, especially continuing through their lower body, just to keep everything cohesive. All right, so let's go over those three aspects with these examples here. So sharp shoulders, you can do that with shoulder pads or construction of the actual garment that adds that little edge and angularity and sharpness to the shoulders. You can look for a bit of ruching or shirring at the shoulders, a sharper kind of puff sleeve, one that isn't overly voluminous and rounded works really well, and exposed shoulders that have been framed with a more strategic armhole cut, nothing overly wide and rounded. You need something that creates an emphasis on the angle of the shoulder. And bonus points if you use material that is a little bit more satiny, velvety, or silky, that tends to really flow with his body really, really well. You want to create waist definition. It doesn't need to be overly bold or explicit, but we do need to see some narrowing, contouring at the waist. Again, it gives reference and scaling so that the other curves of the body can really have their impact. And you can see here something so simple as a very little peplum effect here. Big difference. If you try to imagine this top being cut in a more straight way, her chest loses definition, her hips lose the definition. You need that context of the waist. And as for the pants, the jeans sweep very close to her body without constraining them, without being overly tight, but they cling gently to her lower body, and for extra flare, they extend in the leg opening, which is allowed to really blossom when paired with heels. Alright, so here are some example outfits that I created on the collage making website called Your Style. They vary in levels of casualness. I believe everyone has a different level of casualness that is authentic to them. For some people, it is straight up athleisure. For some people, it's considered a little bit more dressy by today's standards. Just make sure that you're confident and comfortable in what you're wearing day to day. So to start off with the tops, I think that this is kind of the theatrical romantics version of a simple white tee, and that would be a silky camisole. Look for a more narrow neckline, especially if it has some ornateness with a lace trim. look for a narrow cowl neck too. That looks really lovely. Look for soft waist definition as well, and a nice gentle curved hem. As for the outerwear, again, look for sharp shoulders, a more narrow lapel, especially if you can find a little bit of height on it. Some shoulder details to give it a bit of pop and lift. Waist definition as well. It can be belted, double-breasted, and very cinched at the waist, or it can just very closely taper the body, especially in a cropped size or cropped cut. If you like a bit of ornateness that is a little bit more practical around the neck, go for a scarf or a little trim, especially one that has more height than width. As for the jeans, look for stretch. Stretch is your best friend, especially if you have delicate curves. Very stiff denim can be very compressing and creates a boxy or linear kind of look on a lot of more soft and supple lower bodies. So stretchy material is definitely your friend, and look for a little gentle boot cut. And if you want to be like Salma, wear it with a bit of heel so that the boot cut can fully extend. All right, so outfit number 2, featuring cinched waistcoats and trailing silky layers if you are exposing your inner layers. Before I get into the actual outfits, I just want to really emphasize the impact of a glamorous hairstyle or glamorous hair accessories. It really elevates the outfit, takes it to the next level. You could be wearing a potato sack, and if your hair is very proud and glamorous and luxurious, you will make that the most noticeable aspect of your entire look. And it goes the other way. If you are wearing a very luxurious or elevated kind of outfit and your hair is just completely undone, it might be detracting as well. So try to just stay cohesive and to sprinkle that love and care into every aspect of your image. Okay, so looking at the coats, again, the cinched waist, the sharp shoulders, you can look for narrow or rounded lapels, and if you are wearing inner layers, try to create some silky trailing ornateness. You can wear an ascot or tie front blouse or dress. You can wear a silky cashmere scarf or nothing at all and just button up the coat to create more emphasis and definition through the neck and shoulders. Now, as for the length of a coat, ideally it hits at or above the knee because that tends to be the most proportionate. If you want to go longer, I recommend wearing some sort of heel. All right, here are some example outfits. Starting off on the left, you can pair a printed wrap dress, especially one that has this lovely ruffle and belts combination to add a little bit more pizzazz to it, and wear it with a very well-structured trench coat, sharp shoulders, heightened narrow lapels with a bit of a notch to add extra depth and break up the solidity of an otherwise slightly larger lapel. Sumptuous kind of golden pearly buttons. They add that extra yin detailing, the lovely strong waist emphasis, gorgeous, and then pair that with suede boots. I think that would be so cute. Here in the middle, the most dressed up of the three, you can wear this lovely turtleneck or funnel neck mini dress with very sumptuous ornate jewelry, matching tapered toe booties, and a very ornate coat or tied robe. Really, really impactful, especially for nighttime, and especially if you have a higher contrast color season like Salma. And then the most casual, the most friendly for daytime, day-to-day looks. A very silky printed scarf paired with a slinky t-shirt, simple jeans with a slight widening at the ankle if you like. You can pair that very easily with booties or flats, and then a simple coat with the little shoulder details and belting. All right, outfit formula number 3, a silky or like buttery kind of longer sleeve blouse and ankle pants. So for the blouse, look for, again, that sense of fluidity, butteriness, and drape that balances itself with fittedness. Again, you want to show off the curves of the body. Look for a curving neckline, especially if you are wearing more like a t-shirt style or a cotton material. That roundness will help offset sometimes the slightly more straight look that cotton can create, especially with stripes. There's always a way to, I would say, adapt an item or a style to your silhouette. So remember that. There's nothing that's off limits. You just have to adapt it to you so that it celebrates your body. Here, a silky button down with a narrow, soft collar, and here a nice little print and that cute little tie at the neckline, a little bit more ornate. And again, look at the sleeves. She's pushed up or folded up the sleeves a bit to show off the most delicate part of the arm, which is usually the forearm. And this exposed skin also draws a bit more attention to the waist as well. And it just breaks up the solidity of a fully covered outfit. All right, some more example outfits here. I would love to dress Salma in this outfit, really. This gorgeous kimono inspired wrap top with these very theatrical sleeves and this lovely decentralized kind of pattern. It would frame her neck and shoulders so well. The waist would be gorgeous. And I know I said that little bit about exposing the forearms, but you can also kind of go the opposite direction by really extending the sleeves, especially if the sleeves happen to be very silky and kind of layered and fluid. It draws more attention to the waist because of that kind of exaggerated length. And then it creates this lovely cascading effect. Pair with a simple pair of buttery trousers and a cute little peep toe kitten heel. Here, a nice little ascot neck silky blouse paired with ankle trousers and peep toe slingbacks. And here, the most solid of the 3 delicate stripes on a wide round neck top. Half sleeves tend to be a little bit more flattering, I would think, for this type, because a shorter sleeve can kind of dilute the sharpness of the shoulders because the break is so close to the actual shoulder. But by extending the fabric to the elbow, you get more of that distinction. You get that separation from the shoulder, the elbow, and then the forearm. Soft trousers, peep toe, kitten heels. And finally, outfit formula number 4, delicate knits and bold ornamentation. So wearing a very delicate body-hugging knit, nothing too chunky or wide and ribbing. It really outlines the frame, and then pairing it with bold ornamentation adds that richness to the outfit, and it elevates it, gives it more dimension and depth. You can go super sophisticated and pair a turtleneck cashmere top with very delicate elongated jewelry. Go a little bit more whimsical with a cute knit sweater that has fun embroidery, on it and paired with a cute little mini skirt, very proportionate. So there is a wide range of kind of vibes you can create. The important part is pairing that silky, delicate knit with that texture of ornamentation. All right, for our last set of example outfits, and I wanted to highlight the use of very similar colors when using separates as opposed to wearing the exact same color when using tops paired with bottoms. So I believe it's also more practical to just wear similar colors rather than try to wear the exact same shade on top and bottom. That can be very difficult to find. And then it can also create this sense of one single unit. Whereas if you wear very similar colors that aren't exact, you get a little bit more richness visually. You get a little bit more dimension, you get more distinction. And so the curves of your upper body and your lower body and everything in between, those will be highlighted. You'll get a more defined overall outfit. So try that out. Anyways, on to the examples. Here is a lovely ornate high neck blouse, gorgeous puff sleeves, lovely shearing at the neckline, and gorgeous, very tight, accurate sleeves that hit at the very narrowest of the wrist. If you want to highlight the delicacy of the arm with a full sleeve, pair that with a high-waisted tight mini skirt with this lovely little flaring at the bottom and cute little suede ankle booties. Here you can pair a lovely turtleneck with the long jewelry, silky trousers. Earrings are great, especially if you're wearing solid on solid. The more jewelry, the more impact. And here's the same kind of thing in a different color. All right, so that was it for this video. I hope I gave you a few little observations and tips that will help if you want to dress more like Salma, or at least these examples, or if you have a very similar silhouette and want to highlight your special features in a very celebratory way that really extends the qualities of your body. In the next video, I'll probably go over soft classics and flamboyant gamines, and I think that should finish off the petite-friendly portion of this series, and then we'll get into the other examples, but really watch the other videos for petites because there is a spectrum of petites, but we are united in our, I would say, endeavor to not get lost in these clothes that are usually created for taller frames, mass-produced for taller frames. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!